26, 27, yeah, something along that line. And they're looking to avenge that loss. As we look at the sophomore game, City High won that, won by a score of 27-13. And means Andrew Shutt will be on doing the kicking for City High. Back to receive is David Benish for Prairie. Check that, Adam Rutzel. Adam Retzel will be returning. I said
Retzel, Rutzel, whatever.
Retzel, Rutzel. Rutzel is also the punter and kicker for City High, as well as a backup tailback and defensive back.
For Prairie.
For Prairie, I'm sorry, thank you.
Must be that red shirt you're wearing.
Yeah, I'm getting all confused already. As the referee blows his whistle, and Mr. Shutt puts his hand in the air, and we're ready to kick off this Halloween football game, and a deep kick by Shutt takes it all the way back to the goal line. As he comes out, he's out to the 10, he's out to the 15, the 20, breaks the tackle at 25, and brought it out to the 27-yard line.
And he had very nice run back. He caught, or he first touched that on the one. We've talked about this all year. If he caught it in the end zone, it would have been touchback, but I think the momentum carried him into the end zone, so he was able to bring it back. And Greg got a nice run back out of that.
Greg Lala was on the stop for City High. Prairie going to come out in an I formation. Receivers split left and right. Glenn Fox out to the right. The give is off to Collins. He goes off the right side, gets it over to the 30-yard line. Check that, Reutzel is going to be your ball carrier there.
Well, and we were talking a little bit before the game, before we were on the air, about a little bit of changes that City High has on the defensive front.
Jake Giroux will be also playing offensive line for City High, replacing Cody playing the defensive line for City High. Brings up a 2nd and 7 for Prairie. Cooper gives it off to Rutzel. He goes up the left side. He's got big yardage there. Has enough for the first down. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. He is hit hard there on that play.
Well, that's kind of interesting because when we were watching the West High game, it was Collins that was doing all the running for him and was doing pretty good as running back, and now we have Rutzel.
Collins may be injured. I'm not quite sure.
It could be.
Tony Sturgill in there in that stop. He just laid a hit on him that time, as Prairie did pick up the first down, and they have the ball at their own 40-yard line. Cooper sends a man in motion going to the right side. Back to pass is Cooper. Screen play, it's complete up the middle. It's out to the 50, into the City High territory, the 45 to the 40. Just like that, they get inside the 40 down to the 38-yard line. And that is a 22-yard pickup there as they threw that ball to Glenn Fox.
Well, and that's just, for some of you who watch the Iowa, it's just that little quick screen where they run a few linemen and then they just cut the split end right underneath it for a quick screen, just like a 3-yard pass, and then he just runs with it from there.
Two receivers out to the left side again, I formation. 1st and 10 at the 37. Give it to Rutzel. He goes up the middle. He has a hole there. He gets the ball down around the 31-yard line. So he's going to be picked up about 6 yards there. So Prairie moving the ball pretty effectively right now.
So far, yes. They must have found some chinks in the City High defensive armor. City High is going to have to do some adjustment here real quick to put a halt to this drive.
Greg Altmeyer was in on the stop there that time for the Little Hawks. 10 minutes to play in the first quarter. There is no score. Prairie with the football facing a 2nd and 4. Ball at the City High 32-yard line. Stump out to the right side, Fox out to the left. I formation. Cooper gives to Rutzel. Rutzel goes up in the middle. And he got tripped up there first off. Collins got the tackle, but he was tripped up there by, I think Collins was the first one to get him, but to force him to go down, but then hit the whole left side of the defensive line there.
Well, that's just out of their I formation. They're running what we used to call an ISO play. The fullback just leads through the hole, and the tailback follows him through. Off tackle. And if he hadn't been tripped up, he probably would have got quite a few more yards.
Fox going out to left, or check that. Fox to the right, Stump to the left, single back formation. Give it to Rutzel. He goes up off the right side and barrels his way forward. He's going to be close to the first down. Again on the stop for City High was Tyson Worth.
And got a first down out of it.
He did get the first down. Mullenbrook and Altmeyer as well in order to clean up a little bit for the City High Little Hawks.
And they're going to need a wake-up call, I think. They need to get a little bit stopped in this drive. course, that's, I guess, what we expect out of the City High defense is to not give up a run plays like this.
Again, single setback formation for Prairie. Give it to Rutzel. He goes up the middle. He's going to bang his way forward before Greg Altmaier brings him down. He's going to get out to about the 23-yard line, a pickup of 4.
And so far, they're not doing of watching the passing game, but so far they've been running it effectively.
Very effectively. Back to pass is Cooper. He's got some time. Looks to go right. He has to complete the Fox. Out to the right side. He's going to be inside the 20 down to the 15. And that's going to be a pickup of 5 for Prairie. And that should give them the first down there. As Mullenbrook and Sturgill in there on the stop for City High. And that's good
right at the beginning. They may settle in more as the game progresses, we hope.
Fox to the right, Stump to the left. Stump goes in motion to the right. Cooper, quick pass. It goes to Stump, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds by Mullenbrook after a short gain of about 2. A 2nd and 7. The ball will be at the City High 12-yard line. Cooper barking out the signals. He's going to give it to Rutzel. Rutzel goes up the left side. He's going to be stopped there by, I didn't quite check the number there. Zach Buxton was the first one in there. It'll be a short gain there, so it's going to be a 3rd and 3 situation. This is going to be a big down for City High. They hold him here. They can maybe get him to kick a field goal possibly instead of they would have 1st and goal.
Yeah, and so far, Reutzel 7 carries for 30 yards.
Good first drive for Reutzel. Cooper up under center. And he's going to call timeout. Doesn't like what he sees there. Some adjustments made, and Cooper didn't like what he saw.
With what they've got up on the offensive line.
But it's interesting, the right guard does not go into a set position. He just keeps his arms on his knees like he's in the pass block protection.
Okay, so we've got 3 and 3 again.
Yep. This time the guard does go down. Fox in motion coming to the left side. Give us to Reutzel. He goes up the middle off the right side, barreling off some people, and Corey's brought down.
And looks like
he's going to be short of the first down by the way they've got it marked there, so it's going to bring up 4th and probably less than a yard. Mullenbrook was in on the stop for City High on that play. So interesting play call here for Coach Jelinek at the 6:43 mark in the first quarter.
First down.
Oh, they are going to give him the first down there. The initial spot they had didn't look like they were going to get it, but now it looks like they will. And so that's going to reset it, make it 1st and goal, and that ball is going to be on the 5-yard line for Prairie.
And I think, yeah, they're trying to be just a little bit different. Okay, now we'll go to a full house.
Laha is in there as well. This time is give it to Reutzel. He dances off the right side. He's going to gain a yard or 2 over there. Lala is in on the tackle there for City High.
Looks like they gave him pretty good. No gain.
Okay. Looks like he was dancing around there in the hole, so they're going to say no gain. Going to bring up a 2nd and 5 situation.
And we're at the opposite end of the field almost.
Laha Blahnik also in the full house backfield for Prairie. Cooper rolls out to his left side, quick pitch. All alone right there is Blahnik into the end zone to Drew Blahnik, a little 3-yard touchdown pass. And that gets Prairie on the board first, 6-0 at the 5:38 mark in the first quarter.
Right as he was getting hit, nobody was out there covering the receiver.
Reutzel on for the PAT, and it's going to be blocked.
Yes.
So Scott Knight was in there on the block for that PAT attempt, and that's going to be a big one as that holds the extra point off the board.
Golly.
We said in the pregame that Prairies are going to come out and give them a game. They've got nothing to lose, and they came out first possession and showed that. Reutzel's approach, just a 5-yard approach, a low line drive kick. Going to be fielded by the up back at the 20, 25, and to the 27, where he's going to be racked up there.
That might be just to keep it out of the City High hands, those receivers for City High usually can do a pretty good job on kickoff returns. This kind of prevents a long run back.
Sean Hosini was the one who ended up getting the football there for City High on the short return. Grenko out to the left. Sabres in a tight end, I formation. Altmaier is your fullback.
Oh.
And before he could get things set there, got some
you know, and this is, you know, the
motion.
Ninth game of the year, and Kennedy wasn't even under the center yet, and we had a jump by an offensive lineman.
I didn't even get my offensive set, and we still had,
I know,
we had a jump.
It's like, come on, guys. You're supposed to be a good team headed for the playoffs. These mistakes shouldn't happen.
That's going to back him up 5 yards and make it a 1st and 15. You're going to place the ball at the 24-yard line.
Get some kids that are real excited, wanting to go and make things happen.
Rocca Knight out to left side. Kennedy, he's going to throw it out to Scott Knight, and he's not going to go very far as he's picked up there and actually might end up losing a yard as they threw that one behind there.
Well, it was interesting. Yeah, he was trying to throw a quick pass, but Prairie was almost in on it with the blitz that they were doing with their linebackers. Bringing.
And that's going to bring up a 2nd and 17. 3 receivers to the right side this time. Single back is Altmaier, and then we have procedure again, and this one's going to be on Ryan Duffy. So just actually they're going to call this one an encroachment on Prairie, so we're going to take that. I just saw number 68 Duffy standing up, and I just assumed that that's what they're going to call, but they're going to say defensive encroachment. So
if he crossed into the neutral zone before anybody else moved for City High, then
my apologies to Mr. Duffy.
Hard to tell until they get closer to us.
City High comes out 2nd and 11. Back to pass is Kennedy. He fires to Grenko. Grenko has it about the 34-yard line, still carrying receivers. Finally, it's going to be brought down there by Brock Albert for Prairie as he crosses the 35 to about the 37-yard line. And that's a pickup of 9 yards for City High. So just a little quick slant pass there to Grenko.
Yeah, quick. Wings it out there.
This time they come out in the I formation. Sturgill slot, back to pass is Kennedy, and Kennedy has it complete out there to Joel Rocca, but very short gain as he is hit there right away.
But they didn't need a whole lot to make 1st down.
Brock Albert's there, but they did get the 1st down, and that's going to move the chains for City High and keep the drive alive.
A lot of times trying to bring some people, they're trying to put some heat on the quarterback for City High.
3 receivers out to the right side. The give is to Altmaier in the backfield. He's going to take it up the middle. He's going to get it up to about the 45-yard line. Gain of 1 there for Greg Altmaier. Favor of Prairie, and again the 3 receiver set comes out to the right side. Kennedy under center. He goes back to pass. He's looking to go to the right side. Oh, right in the hands of Grenko at the 50-yard line and just drops it. He was looking to go forward without the football and ends up dropping it. And he had a couple yards ahead of him with no defender there in sight.
Well, it's with those 3 receivers over there, they're able to
own 45-yard line. This time the 3 receiver set is in a little closer. Back to pass is Kennedy. Has some time looking to go. Pass is broken up, and then it's caught by Grenko, who catches it at the 48-yard line. So a nice job as the pass was intended for Phil Kinney. Grenko going behind there, caught the deflection on the rebound there for the completion.
But it's going to be a little bit short.
It beats nothing at all, though.
That's right.
They're going to pick up about 7 on that tie is D.P. Iman. Back to receive is Glenn Fox for Prairie. Fox takes it as a fair catch right about the 14-yard line, and that's where Prairie will start their 2nd drive of the night from their 14. So the offensive drive stalled for City High as they got right around that midfield mark, couldn't get things going, and have to punt it on. The running game is strong. I think the whole strength of their offense is their offense. Give us the Rutzel up the middle. He barrels his way forward before he is brought down there by Adam Collins.
Well, they've got that offensive line of Prairie is just firing out there. and taking it to the defensive line of City High. City High's got to get some penetration.
Fox goes out to the right side, stump out to left, I formation. Reutzel is your tailback. They give us to Reutzel. He goes up the middle this time, scorches his way across the 20-yard line. Stopped there by Sabres out at the 21. That'll be a pickup of 3.
I think it's always interesting to watch scoreboard.
It is on the 20-yard line. Receiver spread left and right again, I formation. Cooper up under center. Gives to Reutzel. Reutzel goes off the right side, and he's going to be met there. And on the stop is Sabres and Mullenbrook. And they're going to knock him back for a loss, and this is going to create a 4th down as Greg Altmaier was in there as well. And this is going to bring on the punting team for Prairie, and a much better defensive effort that time by City High.
Very good, yes. They had a lot of penetration across the line. Prairie tried to go a little bit farther outside, and by the time they did that, City High defenders were there.
Rocca and Mullenbrook back to receive the Reutzel punt. And a good punt by Reutzel. Mullenbrook's going to take it as 45. He's at the 50, into the 45. As he took a shot there out of bounds near the right side there. In there on that hit for Prairie with 61, Matt Musel.
And they have good field position.
We heard board here.
26 seconds left in the quarter.
Frank go up to the left. Knight goes in motion to the right. Give is to Kenny. He goes up the middle, has some running room off the right side as he crosses the 40-yard line down to about the 38. Picks up about 4. And that's going to be the last play of the first quarter as the time expires in the first quarter. The score is 6-0 in favor of Prairie. We'll be back with the second 12 minutes after this. You're listening to City High Football on AM 1630, KCJJ. Extra point blocked, and City High on the second possession for their Prairie's second offensive possession. City High's defense held them and gave the ball back to City High, where they have the football now inside Prairie territory with a 2nd and 6. The ball on the Prairie 37-yard line. Sturgill in motion to left to give it to Kenny in the backfield. Nowhere for him to go, as he is going to be brought down about the 38-yard line, back into the original line of scrimmage there. And a no gain for Phil Kenny.
Well, and that's kind of what we're looking at. Probably needs to take advantage of that with maybe some screens or draw play or something.
3 receivers set out to the right side. Lone setback is Altmaier going to pass his Kennedy on the right side, complete out to Joel Rocca. He has it around the 30-yard line down to the 25. A pickup of 13 from Kennedy to Rocca, and that's going to give the Little Hawks a 1st down on a nice pass play.
Or they could do a nice pass play, depending on how Prairie covers it.
I formation this time for City High. 2 receivers to the right side. Play action. Kennedy goes back to pass. He has it complete out there to Greg Altmaier. Altmaier's at the 10, inside the 10 to about the 6-yard line. So a pickup of 19 that time on a nice play with the fullback coming out of the backfield, Greg Altmaier. And I guess that's why we're seeing Altmaier in that fullback position tonight instead of Tyson Worth. There's those hands right there.
Might be one of the reasons. He didn't have the ball. And then all of a sudden the pass out to Altmaier, who nobody picked him up coming out of the backfield.
I formation. The give is to Kenny. He goes up the middle. He has a hole. He dances his way forward. Gets the ball down to the 1-yard line. Stopped there by Zach Covington for Prairie. So he's going to pick up 6 on that play.
And that was pretty good hard running there by Phil Kenny to kind of weave his way through the line.
And this is the type of football we expected to see tonight out of City High here.
Exactly.
Just taking control of that line of scrimmage and moving the football at will. And that is what they're doing right now, as they're knocking on the door of the first score of the ball game, or of the night, for City High. Give his Altmaier off the right side, and I believe he's going to be in, and he is. And that's going to tie the ball game up at the 9:43 mark of the second quarter with a 1-yard touchdown run by Greg Altmaier.
And that was just a well-planned drive. They got the ball. They moved it down the field the way they needed to do it, offsetting Prairie defense with pass and run into the goal line from the 1-yard line. Now we'll see if we can put the point on and go ahead.
And Andrew Shutt is on for the PAT for City High. The pass is back, the hold is down, the kick is up, and the referee says it is good.
Waiting for the two officials under the score to
Yeah.
do something. I mean, the ball long past them, and they're just kind of standing there looking at each other. Okay, now.
Sort of ironic. We usually don't see City High go a whole quarter without scoring. Back to receive the kick is Reutzel for Prairie. Andrew Shutt gets ready to kick for City High. 7-6 your score in favor of City. Set 9:43 to go in the first half. Shutt's kick is going to be high, and it's going to be short. It's going to be taken at the 15-yard line, and Reutzel fumbles it, and it looks like a City High player. Yes,
all right.
City High jumped on the football, and a big break there.
And that was,
Coming up with that football there is number 24, Danny Lake, for City High.
And that's, he had a nice high kick. It was, like you said, short, and it just kind of went right through the receiver's arms because he was probably looking at those City High defenders just coming down and bearing down upon him. Great opportunity for City High.
Big break as they have the ball in great field possession on the 22-yard line of Prairie. Come out in an I formation. Kennedy back to pass, looking to go right. Has it complete out to Grenko. He's going to be out near the 16, 17-yard line. Pickup of 5 there.
And so far, Kennedy's been looking for his receivers towards the outside. He's got that tight end coming off the line of scrimmage in the
I formation again. Receiver out to the left is Rocca. Back to pass is Kennedy. He looks to go forward. He's got Rocca in the end zone, and it's a touchdown. A 16-yard completion on the second play of the drive from Kennedy to Rocca makes this a 13-6 ball game.
And that big play, turnover on the kickoff.
Just like
Hawks being fired up. Well, now the City High Little Hawks look like they're finally getting themselves into the game, getting a little more fire under their bellies.
they came out a little lazy, maybe a little lackadaisical, but the coaching staff gets them fired back up as Andrew Shutt puts on the PAT to make it a 14-6 ball game. But I believe their heads are back on this ball game right now, and they're up in front of the Prairie Hawks where they should be, 14-6.
Okay, so
The captains of the team, everybody out there. So when they get down, you don't ever count City High out because they're going to come back at you. Shutt's approach and kick again. This one's going to be short and high. It's going to be taken around the 20-yard line up to the 25 to 30. He's on his feet. He's out near the 40, out to the 45, where he's finally brought down. So
that's what they didn't need.
Yeah, Reutzel returned that out. Decent field position there. Gets him near midfield. And they're going to mark it at the 46. Is where Greg Lala was in there on the stop for City High.
What I find interesting is Shutt was kicking from the 39-yard line. He didn't put the tee.
Doesn't look like to go into any part of the body specifically, so it may have just gotten the wind knocked out.
Talking to him, yep.
Cooper comes up under center. Receivers out to the left and right. Back to pass is Cooper. He looks to go left. Across the middle, he has it complete and barrels his way into the 37-yard line. And that's complete out to Drew Blonick. Nope, I was right the first time.
You were right the first time.
Jake Stratton.
It's about 18 yards on
the Prairie Hawks.
And they'd been running it before, and now they're starting their passing game up.
I formation again. Stump comes in motion to the right side. That was intended for Stump and just over his outstretched hands, and it's going to fall incomplete, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 situation.
Had some room if he'd hadn't let him so far.
Yep. Fox to the right, Stump to the left, I formation again. Cooper up under center. He gives to Reutzel, he goes off the left side, and then they're just trying to grab him by the jersey to get him down.
Yep.
Couldn't quite get him there.
Enough to slow him, though.
Yeah, number 64 there for City High. Dave Giroux. Jake Giroux, yes. Giroux in there for Cody Clawbaugh tonight. Receivers to the left and right. Stump comes in motion to the right. Cooper's going to call a timeout. Didn't like what he saw in that 3rd and 8 play.
Looked like City High was ready.
At the City High 38-yard line.
Let's see if City comes up in that blitz again. Nope, they're playing it.
Stump again coming to the right side in motion. Looking to pass is Cooper. Has some time. Looking to go deep for Fox. And Fox has it broken up there.
Scott Knight.
Scott Knight on the coverage there for City High. A nice job there. Pretty well thrown ball there by Joe Cooper to throw that one up there for Fox, but a great defensive play there by Scott Knight to come in and break that one up.
And again,
and they're going to go for it here.
Yeah, that's a different formation.
Nope, they actually are going to punt it. Never mind. Reitzel is in the kick, and he's going to pooch it a little bit as he gets it, but it's going to roll into the end zone there.
Yeah, they had their tailback a little bit deeper position. It's what we were seeing Wapello do last week, where the quarterback pitches it back to the punter, which I never, in wet conditions. Okay, so City High gets started.
I just misread the formation as what it turns out to be. They did line up in punt formation from the beginning, and they did punt it away and brings it back out to the 20 where City High takes over. Kennedy has the football, goes back to pass. Had the receiver Sabers open there at the 40-yard line. He drops the football. And that's going to bring up a 2nd and 10.
Tight end at Iowa, right?
Where we'll be playing next year.
That's right.
In my opinion, will be a good one.
Well,
to 6. Rocker goes out to the right side. 2 receivers in the slot. Single back is Greg Altmeyer.
Prairie's bringing everybody.
Back to pass is Kennedy. He throws it. He has the ball tipped and knocked down there by Matt Trosky for Prairie.
That's too bad because they had like 8 guys coming right up the middle. They were just bringing everybody. Everybody plus the kitchen sink.
You know, they were linemen there, but from looking at him in my binoculars here, he was not panicking on that play whatsoever. Brings up a 3rd and 10 situation. Kennedy back to pass. He's under pressure, goes out the right side. Has a presence of mind to pitch it away before being brought down, and they pitch it up to the man who gets up to the 15-yard line. And it was Altmeyer who was the recipient of that pitch. And that play ultimately is going to end up losing 5 yards, where it could have lost 15 real easy.
So do we count that as a pass or a run?
That's a shovel pass.
Loss of 5 on the complete. Hyman's the punt for City High.
So Hyman's on for the punt. Prairie lets it bounce. It's going to be bouncing right near the 45-yard line and going to be down at the 47, where Prairie will take over.
So a 32-yard punt. And it's not to the City High's advantage this time.
Prairie with the single back Rutzel. He comes up the middle, but he's going to be going nowhere as he's brought down there right away by Greg Lala. And depending on the spot, he's going to probably lose a yard on this play.
And again, that was good penetration by the defensive line for City High. They just stood up the offensive lineman. Oh.
We're going to have a legal shift call on Prairie, and that's going to back
Prairie Hawk side of the field.
Right. Gets him out of the City High ledger. Again, receivers split out to the left and right. Single setback is Reutzel. Cooper under center. He goes back to pass. Looks to go left. Has it complete to Stumpf. Stumpf has it right about the 45-yard line. Is brought backwards there. So a gain of 5.
So puts it back to 2nd and 10 again.
Buxton and Sturgill in on the stop, and we're
keep City High honest and not have too many people out covering the receiver.
Fox comes out to the right side. Stumps to the left. The whistles are blowing here before the
delay
get underway. Yep. 1 play forward, 2 plays back for Prairie on this drive, and that's going to back him up to the 50-yard line. And now we're going to have a 2nd and 15.
Okay. So we put
Cooper up under center. Back to pass. Has some time. Looking to go left. Has a receiver. He overthrows Stumpf, and it's going to be picked off by Joel Rocker. The conference leading people with the interception comes back and gets it out to the 30-yard line, and he adds to his league-leading total right there with another one. So he must have the win back in him there, John, as he made a nice play there. As Joe Cooper.
31. Do something with it this time.
City High comes out in I formation. Toss out to Kinney. He goes to the right side. He's at the 30-yard line. He's going to be dropped down at the 34-yard line as he's brought down by Andrew Matheny for Prairie.
Well, that's the first time we've seen City High actually try to run a sweep play or put Kinney out, see if Prairie's going to cover it. Prairie usually is fairly quick with those and able to cover it, as we saw in the West High game. But again, makes 15 back.
Three receiver package to the left. Back to pass is Kennedy. Little screen pass. It's complete out to Grenko. Grenko has the 30-35, still on his feet at the 40 to the 45. He's out in the open. Finally going to be brought down at the 41-yard line, 42-yard line of Prairie. And that's going to be a 33-yard completion from Kennedy to Grenko. So a nice play there.
Just a quick little inside screen to Rocca.
Is that Rocca or Grenko?
Grenko.
Knight comes in motion to left. Tosses to Kenny. Gets by one defender, gets by two defenders, still up on his feet. Inside the 30, down to the 28-yard line. 13-yard pickup there for Phil Kenny. And now they're getting the running game going here a little bit too. So we're showing that good balance that this City High offense. High formation. Sabres in the tight end spot to the right. Rocker, the receiver, to the left. The give is to Kenny. He goes up the middle. He gets the ball across the 25 down to about the 24-yard line. So he'll pick up 4 on that play.
And the Prairie defensive line is trying to put 5-6 across that line, making City High try and do some adjustments. But
By 8. High formation with Altmaier and Kinney as your backfield. Kennedy up under center. Play action. Kennedy back to pass. Has time. Looks to go to the right side. Intended there for Altmaier, just out of the reach for Greg, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and 6 situation.
just didn't get it executed.
Rock on the right. Sturgill in the slot. I formation. Back to pass is Kennedy again. He's going out to Rocca, and it's complete to Rocca, and he's going to be brought down there by Brock Alberts. He's going to be close to the first down. They're going to give him forward progress, and he does pick up the first down.
Okay.
As he's going to get about 7 on that play, and that's going to move the sticks for City High. So the drive stays alive at the 3:34 mark of the first half.
7 to the 17-yard line. First down.
You got 3:28 on the scoreboard. You've got plenty of time to move this ball just 17 yards. Quick snap, Kennedy back to pass. He's got some time. He looks left, going into the end zone, knocked away there. Intended for Sturgill. Sturgill wanted a pass interference there, but not going to get it as Brock Alberts was in there on the
Needed to.
Kennedy up under center. I formation. Drops back to pass, looks to go left. Overthrows his intended receiver to the left there. Looks like Joel Rocca that time was the intended receiver.
Yeah.
And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 10 situation.
Okay. Do we see a drop like?
Halloween costumes as well as us.
No, that's normal. We're always like this.
3 receivers to the right side for City High. Single setback is Altmaier. Back to pass is Kennedy. He fires the ball over the middle and has the ball knocked down. Incomplete.
Okay.
And that's going to bring up 4th down.
Let's see Mr. Shut in for a field goal attempt.
As Mr. Shutt is coming on with the ball at the 17. This will be a 34-yard field goal attempt for Andrew Shutt.
And he's got the leg for it. We've seen that in the past. We just don't know if they're going to be able to get it off. And be accurate.
It's actually going to be 35. They're going to put the spot down to 25. The kick is up. And it's going to be good. So Andrew Shutt puts 3 more points up on the board, making it an 11-point lead for City High, 17-11.
Well, that's good, but that drive stalled, and they were able to still get some points out of it.
Just 11 points with 3 minutes to go in the first half, and you just kept City High out of the end zone, which not many people thought this Prairie team could do. We knew coming in after watching them play West High that this team was young, but they're very physical, and they're not going to. And again, Shutt puts the ball about a half yard behind the 40-yard line, like you pointed out the last time. High kick, and Reutzel this time is going to go back. He's going to take it about the 11-yard line. He's out to the 20, 25, 30. Has some room on the left side, crosses over out to the 40-yard line where he gets it out, and that's where Prairie is going to start with 2:53 to play in the first half. Stop that time made by Joel Rocca for City High.
Well, they're going to have to do a little.
Receivers out to the left and right. Stump to the right. Fox to the left. I formation. Cooper gives to the fullback, Blahe, barrels his way forward, up off the left side, might have got a yard or two. Altmaier in there on the stop, along with Tyson Worth for City High.
That's the first time we've seen him carry
The 43-yard line. This time the give is to Reutzel. He comes up the middle, and he's going to go nowhere. Tyson Worth is going to wrap him up, along with Zach Buxton. He's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage and not much more, if anything, there. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 7.
Greg Altmaier on the tackle. Pick up of 2 yards.
so, but
They're going to mark it at the 45. Cooper, straight drop back to pass. He's up under pressure. Has it complete, but Mullenbrook is there to hammer him right there as it goes to Reutzel. And he's going to end up losing yards as that goes to the 39. And they're going to lose 6 yards in this screenplay there to Reutzel.
well, and it looked like he might. It looked like Mullenbrook was.
Actually moving up to about the 17. Reutzel will be on to punt for Prairie. Passes back to Reutzel. Oh, and a shank kick by Reutzel. It's going to bounce at the 50 and going to go out of bounds, or stay in bounds actually, but be down at the 45, and that's better than a run back because it didn't take near as long.
Well, now they only have 55 yards to go for a touchdown.
And a
or
minute
get
15
in,
to do so.
Yeah, or get into Shutt's range where he can kick a field goal. Either way, they can put some points on the board. Only need a couple nice pass plays or runs.
You're only 38 yards away from where he kicked his last field goal. But I'm betting we're going to ride the arm here of Mr. Kennedy.
That would be my guess, too. Up on a standard formation.
I formation. Knight goes in motion to the right. Play action. He's under pressure from behind. Kennedy couldn't see that. He gets buried there as Brad Malatek came in on the right side and just got Kennedy from the backside, and that's going to be a loss as the clock continues to run. And they're going to say he was actually right at the original, or no, he's going to lose about 7 yards on that play.
That was just the lineman missed his block and defensive man came around, so I imagine City will let the clock run now.
We're at the 42nd mark. 3 receivers to the right side. Single back is Altmaier. The give is to Altmaier. He has a big hole up the middle as he gets to the 50 down to the 47-yard line, so he's going to pick up 15 yards on that play, and he's going to be about 2 yards short of the first down.
So now they call the timeout.
They did call a timeout.
Moment, and now we'll return you to City High football.
So they do trail by 13, and I'm assuming they're into the second half of play as they started their ball game a little before we did, so probably somewhere in the third quarter. City High now has the football 3rd and 3 at their own 48. They give the ball to Altmaier, and he's going to have enough for the first down. He gets it down to the 41. A pickup of 7. That will stop the clock on the first down.
They're lined up, ready to go. The minute the ball chains get moved, the ball's ready to play. There it is.
Huddle with 3 receivers to the right side. Back to pass is Kennedy. He looks for the screen pass. It's complete to Joel Rocca. Rocca has it to the 40 to the 35, down to the 30, and he's going to be enough for the first down. It is. It's going to be a 12-yard completion there, as they're going to get the ball set with 10 seconds and probably spike it here to try and get another playoff and possibly a field goal attempt here for Shot. Ball's in play. Kennedy takes it, and he spikes it right down there.
Kennedy spikes the ball. There are 7 seconds remaining.
I don't think they're going to bring Shot on, though, for a 47-yard field goal. I thought they were a little closer than that. Time for 1 play, possibly 2, depending on where this one goes. I formation. Kenny is your tailback. Back to pass is Kennedy. Looking to go right, and he has that one deflected.
Got hit from
Goes
behind.
incomplete. Was he hit from behind there?
Well, I think he was hit as he was passing.
Okay.
4.5 seconds left, as long as it doesn't get blocked and run back the other way.
The hold is down. The kick is high. It's on its way.
Short.
Just a little short.
It was accurate.
It was accurate. It was going to be between the crossbars. Looked maybe from the beginning there like he might have had the distance there, Definitely had the height, but it just started to die there on its way down there and just couldn't quite make it there. So 47-yard field goal probably. What are you saying?
What am I saying? Oh, yes, each team is like a high school team. They're going to be making mistakes,
Exactly.
and that's why it's fun to watch high school sports because you never know what's going to happen.
So if you're Prairie coming out in the second half, you're only down by 11. Deep to receive for City High will be Joel Rocca and Mullenbrook. Reutzel does everything but the onside kick as he kicks it out, and it's going to bounce around the 10-yard line there. It's going to be picked up by Rocca, and he's going to bring it out to the 25-yard line. That's where City High will start their first possession of the second half.
And that's not a bad kick.
So City will have it on the 25-yard line to start the first drive of the second half. Kennedy brings them up under center I formation. Knight goes in motion to the left and then tosses out to Kenny. He goes out to the left side, and he's going to lose the handle of the football here. And they're going to say it's going to be Prairie's football. So the fumble there by Kenny turns it over, and it's going to be Prairie football as he was hit there in the backfield by number 62, Aaron Christner.
And that's something we don't usually see from Phil Kenny is losing the handle. Shift here.
Prairie's got a big break now as they've got the ball on City High's 24-yard line. Offset I formation. The give is to Reutzel. He dances away. Going to go nowhere. Zach Buxton's going to wrap him up, and he's going to be finished off there by big number 64, and that is going to be Giroux. Jake Giroux helping finish off that play.
But look where he got, before City High got to him was he got
3
across
yards.
the line.
Yeah. Well, they're only going to give him a gain
A
of
yard.
1, I guess. Yeah. Thought he was a little bit further.
They've gone to that offense. They ran the first.
The counter play, and they try and get that with
That was
Stump
going
coming
nowhere.
through there.
Yep.
That was going nowhere as Michael Sabers had that one sniffed out completely.
Ran the
Stump
receiver.
coming from the left side in there, and that went nowhere. Actually going to lose 2 yards. They're going to bring up a 3rd and 11.
So that was interesting. They tried to throw City High off by running the counter since they hadn't run that. But obviously they've run it earlier in the year because
They were ready for it.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Sabers was just sitting there waiting.
High formation again. Receivers out to the left and right. Back to pass is Cooper. He's going to go out to the left side. And it's complete. Oh, right in out of the hands of Fox, who had it right there at the 8-yard line with nobody ahead of him. And Glenn Fox just dropped the football. Big break there for City High, as that's going to bring up a 4th and 11.
Yeah, he threw it short, and the receiver reacted to the ball, stopped, catch it, bringing a couple linebackers through, try and put some pressure on him.
Prairie going to go for it on 4th and 11. Back to pass is Cooper. He has some time. He's going to fire it over the middle. He has it complete to Spencer Stumpf, and he's going to be up for the first down. There to meet him there is Scott Knight along with Joel Rocca. But he's going to have enough there for the first down and keep this Prairie drive alive, as they're doing the same thing they did the first drive of the first half as what they're doing with the first drive of the second half. Didn't have as much field to march down as they did the first time, but they're putting a drive together. Top of Prairie. Full house backfield again for Prairie. Counter play. Blaha comes off the right side. He's going to be racked up there by Tyson Worth, also by Scott Knight, as well as Greg Altmeyer.
Looks like it's still on the 5.
Looks like no gain there. Not really a counter play, but just came back the other direction
Well,
to
they
get
had
the handoff there.
Yeah, full got that other back that was back there with him, countered him to the right side.
Let's say he picked up a yard, bring up a 3rd and 4 situation. Give us to Blaha. He's going to barrel his way up the middle. Actually, that wasn't Blaha. This time it was Blahnik, I should say. And he's going to go nowhere as he was met right at the line of scrimmage there. And it's going to bring up a 4th down and probably going to 21-yard field goal here.
21-yard kick.
And the kick is up, and they're going to say it is good. So Reutzel matches shut with the field goal.
So they did get some points out of that turnover by City High. Put a little bit of momentum shift for the Prairie's Little Hawks. It's just strange. You don't know what's going to happen next. You know, who's going to catch it, who's going to fumble it, who's going to have a big play.
Reutzel's kick is going to be high and go to the left side where Mullenbrook will have it. He comes up with the football. He's out near the 20, over the 20 to the 25, out to the 30-yard line.
Oh.
What are we owing about?
I don't know. The official was.
Oh.
I don't know.
Depending on whether they need that 4 or 5 points,
That'll be interesting.
that could be interesting. So congratulations going out to the Regals. Hopefully that's enough to get them into the playoffs. Handoff for City High comes right up the middle to the right side. I believe that was given to Greg Altmeyer as he barrels his way forward off the left side. Gets out to the 35-yard line.
Okay.
Going to bring up a 2nd and 5. Again, single back is Altmeyer. Trips receivers to the right side. Back to pass is Kennedy. He's looking to go right. He has it complete to Grenko. Grenko's out at the 40-yard line, still on his feet, breaks a tackle. Then 3 other people get him out near the 45-yard line. So a pickup of 10 and a first down, and a nice job after the catch there by Ryan Grenko.
That's a very good job. Prairie had the defenders out there, but they brought the inside cornerback on a blitz towards Kennedy, and that was right where Grenko was.
3 receivers out to the left side for City High. Single setback is Altmeyer. The give is to Altmeyer. He's got a hole there to the right side. He's going to be brought down at the 47. Picks up about 2, and a flag is going to be down on the play. Haven't seen a whole lot of flags tonight.
No, not really. Holding. City High.
So let's negate.
Give or take.
Give or take. 6:34 to go in the 3rd quarter. 17-9 your score. City High on top. They have the football. Kennedy back to pass. Looks to throw left. He has it complete to Joel Rocca, coming back to the football. Over inside Prairie territory and down to about the 47-yard line.
So you pick up 18 of your 19?
Picks up 17 or 18 of that, and that's going to bring about a 4th and 1. So the middle there to pick up that football.
That was a nice crossing pattern, kind of blocked off the other receiver.
Little pick plays okay. I formation for City High. Give us the up man. He barrels his way forward, and that's Greg Altmeyer, and he's going to have enough for the first down. Not just another field goal. Rocca goes out to the left side. Sabres tied into the right, I formation. In the slot of Sturgill to the left. He bounces in. Gives it to Kenny. He goes off the right side, barrels his way over the 40, inside down to the 37-yard line. So Kenny's going to pick up 6 yards on a nice run that way. And that time he actually delivered the blow. Going to bring up a 2nd and 5 here, but officials are going to come in and don't see any flags. They're just going to get the equipment. Yeah, working on some equipment problems there for one of the players over there. Going to bring up a 2nd and 5 for City High. They have the ball at the 38-yard line. Kennedy up under center, I formation for the Little Hawks. Bobble snap between the center, and then finally Kennedy picks it up and just going to go take it forward as he gets it over the 35 down to the 33, and that's going to be a pickup of 5 yards, and that's going to be enough for the first down. To the left. I formation again, play action, back to pass is Kennedy. He's up under pressure. He gets rid of the football and takes a shot as he does, and off the hands of his intended receiver. I believe that was Grenko who was the intended receiver there.
Well, the receivers, you know, both receivers were down there in the same area.
Yeah, Grenko and also number 15, Tony Sturgill, were out there in the same areas.
But it only brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10, they bring that 3-receiver package out to the right side along with Phil Kinney in that package. Lone setback is Altmeyer. Screen pass up the middle to Sabres. Sabres has a 20 inside to the 16-yard line. Pickup of 16 there, so a nice job running that 3 receivers to the right and throwing the screen pass to Sabres over the middle. And that's a gain of 16 and another Little Hawk first down.
Well, it's like I tried to mention in the first half that
here by the City High offensive staff. They've got the ball inside the 20-yard line. Quick pass this time again to Sabres. He's inside the 10 to the 5, and he's going to be out of bounds at the 1. I thought he was in for the touchdown, and so did most of the fans here, but they're going to say he's down short at the 1-yard line. Actually, it's going to be about the 1-inch line, as that's going to be a 15 3/4 yard completion, as he is right on the goal line.
Be Altmeyer again.
Could be. Kennedy comes up under center. They give it to Kenny. Kenny just jumps up over the top and gets in for the touchdown. So Phil Kinney gets on the stat sheet for the first time tonight in the end zone with a 1-yard touchdown run.
And that was a good drive by the City High offense. They answered
At the 2:58 mark of the third quarter, with Shutt coming on for the PAT for City High. Hold by Kennedy is down, and the kick is up. And it looks to be good, and is.
these officials just are so slow.
They're lethargic. I don't know.
It's like they're behind the goalpost. The ball goes through.
Shutt on to do the kicking. Back deep to receive is Reutzel for Prairie. He will be lined up at the 5-yard line. And the kick will bounce around the 5, and it's going to finally go out of bounds. I thought it might actually stay in bounds there.
That's what I thought, too. I thought City High might get a break here and cover that up. But
as it went out to the left side, and really nobody from Prairie went over there to take a look at it.
well, it's a good incentive builder and momentum holder would be a 3-and-out that the City High defense could do.
Receiver out to the right side is Glenn Fox. Give it to Reutzel. He goes off the right side. Sabres gets the first shot on him. Then cleaned up there by Greg Altmeyer right at the 35-yard line, right back at the original line of scrimmage there. So a good defense.
They just need that penetration by the line.
2 receivers out to the right side, tandem set. First time we've seen that tonight. Cooper under center. He rolls out to his right. He's under pressure by Sabres. Sabres has him at the 29-yard line, and that's where he's going to bring him down for a loss of 6. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 16. So Mr. Sabres is a man on fire right now.
That's right.
Facing a 3rd and 16 from their own 29-yard line. I formation, split receivers left and right. Cooper. Draw play given back to Reutzel. Reutzel's hammered right there. Breaks off one tackle. Gets out to left. He's at the 40-yard line. He's out to the 50. And finally, he's going to be brought down by Altmeyer, who made a nice, or check that, Scott Knight, who made a nice play as they get into City High territory, crosses the 40 to the 45-yard line on a 26-yard run there by Reutzel.
Well, and they had him stopped. It's outside, and there's nobody there because City High was attacking the ball.
2 receivers to the right side, I formation. Back to pass is Cooper. He's under time. He reverses field to the left, gets by one tackler, ends up throwing the football, and it's going to be complete at the 40-yard line.
Amazing.
And Glenn Fox was there on that completion. And Adam Collins was the one giving pressure for Cooper. Scoreboard says 5. We think it's 6. Cooper back under center, looking to go a quick pass out there. He gets it to Stump. Stump's going to have enough for the first down before he's brought out of bounds right about the 35-yard line.
So he picks up the 5. Get in there.
Receivers out left and right. Stump to the left, Fox to the right. I formation. Give us to Blaha, the fullback, and he barrels his way forward. Greg Altmeyer, the first one in there on the stop for City High.
Looks like they're giving him a couple.
And that's going to be the last play of the third quarter as we end the third quarter with City High on top by...
The fourth quarter break couldn't have come at a better time. They get the defense over there, regroup them, talk to the coach, and tell them exactly what they need to do. The game's not over by any means.
Prairie's going to have the football 2nd and 8 at the City High 38-yard line. 2 receivers to the left side, I formation. Stump comes in motion to the right side. Give us to Reutzel. He comes up the middle on his feet and barrels his way forward to the 31-yard line. Going to pick up 2 and be just shot. I think Reutzel probably would have the leg for it. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he has the leg for it. They just didn't go for it last time. And they're down by enough that they probably won't.
Stump from Fox out to the right side. Give us to Reutzel up the middle. He's got the first down.
Don't have to worry about it.
Interesting that Stump and Fox 15, 24-9. Split receivers left and right again, the I formation. Cooper gives to Reutzel. Reutzel goes off the left side. He has it inside the 20 to the 15. Still on his feet around the 10-yard line and knocked out of bounds. A late flag comes out.
Ooh.
And we may have
Probably
a little late
hit.
hit out of bounds there. Rocker was over there to make one of the hits. Hopefully not the late hit.
Well, again, Prairie's been running the ball up the middle, up the middle, up the middle, and then they do this sweep it around the outside when City High had it all bunched up inside. But I'm wondering if City High isn't going to have to start putting a little more pressure across that line of scrimmage.
And that's what they're going to call. They're going to call personal. That's something you can ill afford to do. And that's lack of focus there, right? You just losing your head a little bit right there. You got to keep the focus right there.
Well, and you got to be thinking that other teams that might be thinking they're going to have to play City High if they make playoffs are looking at some of these things that Prairie's doing to them.
I formation again. Give is to Reutzel. Reutzel's going to go nowhere as Nick Mullenbrook is right there, and he's going to get him for about a 2-yard loss. So a great play there by Mullenbrook as he had Reutzel just sniffed out there, and they're going to back him up to the 7-yard line.
Well, and again, that's what we talked about. You've got to come up quick and hard when you start.
And that's going to be another big break for City, and that's going to push him back to the 16-yard line, almost 17-yard line.
First and goal.
Gives both receivers out to the right side, I formation. Back to passes. Cooper has a little bit of time. Throws, and the ball is intercepted by Sabers as he just picked that one out of the air with his big body there. Just went up there and got that one at 6'5", just yanked it out of the air, and that's a big turnover there. Good job by Sabers getting the ball back for City High and stopping what looked like a scoring drive for Prairie.
Well, and that's something that defense really needed. They needed to pick me up like just something like that. And Mr. Sabers seems to be the one that's coming up forefront defensively to help this team out.
Kenny drive here. Don't be afraid to use Kenny and Altmaier. That's exactly what they do is they go to Kenny. He's going up off the right side, barrels his way forward up over the 20 to the 24, and then we see a flag come out late here.
Let's hope it's a face mask.
Looks like it's going to be a defensive indication here. As they're going to be marking the ball at the 24-yard line on a 6-yard pickup there by Phil Kenny. As the officials are control foul. It's going to be a personal foul. That's going to back him up 15 yards. Unsportsmanlike conduct is going to move him back 15 yards, give City High the first down and bring them out close to the midfield stripe as they're going to mark it at the 38-yard line. Grenko comes out wide to the left, I formation with Altmaier and Kinney in the backfield. Sturgill in the slot to give is to Kinney. He's over the 40, bounces out to the left side of the 45, still on his feet at midfield, into Prairie territory, down to the 47-yard line. A 14-yard pickup there by Phil Kenny, refusing to go down, and just a nice run there by Kenny, I tell you.
Doing a little bit better job blocking, a little bit better job running.
Grenko out to the left side, I formation. Kennedy up under center, gives it to Kenny, and he's going to be brought down at the 47-yard line. A nice play there by Prairie's Zach Covington as he shot through his defensive tackle gap there and made the hit on Kenny there.
Of help when they bring a lot more people. That time they're playing a little more straight up.
And again, we're going to see a 3-receiver package to the right side for City High. Fake pass to the right. This time it's Sabers again. He's going to have it at the 40 inside to the 38 and pick up about 11 yards there.
It's going to be.
They should have the first down depending on the spot here.
Yep.
Like you talked about, your tight end is open. And right there is Sabers, and they got him for an 11-yard pickup.
And they didn't run it all the first half.
And it is a first down.
And they were saving it, and then all of a sudden they start using it this time.
Yep, this is the second time we've seen that to the tight end in the second half.
Well, saying I don't think anybody's going to be able to cover Mike.
So he did get just enough for the first down. That's going to give him a 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line of Prairie. Back to passes Kennedy. He's going right side. He has it complete to Joel Rocca about the 30-yard line. He's going to pick up 7, possibly 8 on that play. He's hit right away there by Brock Alberts for Prairie. Progress in that.
Well, they're running away from us again, so it's hard to tell.
Going to bring up a 2nd and 4 situation, I formation. Rocca split out to the left side. Tony Sturgill in the slot. Give us to Kinney. He dances his way up the right side, and he's going to have enough for the first down as he gets out near the 26-yard line.
And that's just that lead.
9 is your score in favor of City High. Whistles blow before it comes off, and it could be a delay of game call, and that is what it is. And that's going to back City High up 5. And those are the things that you
can't.
9th game of the year, you can't have those things.
I'm hoping, though, the way they've been moving the ball on this drive, that shouldn't stop them.
Bad thing about that, though, is it stops the clock.
Right.
So Kennedy resets, gets things going at the line of scrimmage, I formation.
Oh, no.
And we have movement over to the right side, the left side of the defensive line.
Who came?
Defense might possibly be a defensive call
I'm
here.
thinking, too. Yep, it is. They got their
It's
5 back.
Yep. Back there, and this back to a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line of Prairie.
Okay, 1st and 10 again.
Kennedy up under center. Give it to Kenny. He comes off the left side and just runs parallel with the line of scrimmage. Doesn't get a whole lot as he's met there by Paul Jansa.
He did try to turn it up when he saw that there was a lot of people there, but, oh, is he hurt? Nope, that's not Kenny. That's one of the blockers.
As Tyson Worth is a substitution there. Out to the left side is Rocca, tight end. Sabres coming in motion. Kenny coming in and going out the right side, and we're going to have
another delay game. Knew it.
Another delay game called. That's 2 and 3 plays here.
The thing about it is if you're going to call a play like that that's got motion in it, which takes some time, you need, which he has already.
So again, it's going to be the same play call. As Kenny goes in motion out to the right side. Kennedy up under pressure. Screen pass is going to be batted down. Intended there for Rocca, but knocked down as the pressure was coming on Kennedy there.
And that was one of the dangerous things about when you run a screen pass is, yes, you want to let the line.
Ball back to the 30-yard line. Just inside 7 minutes to play in the ballgame. 6:58. Again, 3 receivers to the right side. They're going to go to Sabres after he looks right. Sabres is going to have a complete at the 20-yard line down to the 19. Not going to be enough for the first down as that's going to bring up a 4th down situation.
Timeout, City High.
So City High is going to call a timeout and try and talk about how they want to do this play and not bring Andrew Shedd onto the field after the timeout called by City High. And they're actually going to try and pick this ball or pick this first down up. As Kennedy goes back to pass, he throws out left. It's complete to number 15, Tony Sturgill, as he does have enough for the first down. So a good play call there by Greg Brown saying, let's not go for the field goal there. Let's go for the first down. Has confidence in the kids, and it works out as they get the ball down to about the 6-yard line, and that's way inside the red zone area here, and a pickup of 13.
Well, what was it? Prairie out as much as possible, and you look for the hot receiver. One that's not covered.
High formation, give us to Kenny. Kenny comes up the middle, reverses field, goes out to the left side, stretches in for the end zone and gets it for his 2nd touchdown of the night. And that widens the lead out to 21 points, 30-9.
And that was just an excellent run by Phil Kenny to pick his way through.
30-9 with Shutt coming on for the PAT for City High. The placement is down, the kick is up, and it's right down Broadway there. Makes it a 31-9 ball game. So right now, City High comfortably in control of this one here. After what was a little bit of a shaky start, is now
feel a lot better now.
Yeah, it's
windbags up here anyway.
That's all we are, is 2 windbags up here. It's Halloween, and we're masquerading as broadcasters.
Ooh.
5:46 to go in the game. Shut on to kick. He's going to kick it out the left side, and this one's going to go out of bounds again. That's the 2nd kickoff in a row that goes out of bounds, so that'll come back out to the 35-yard line where Prairie will have it 1st and 10.
I'm not sure if that's just going off the side.
So Prairie will have it 1st and 10 from their own 35. I formation, twin receivers out to the right side. Back to pass is Cooper. Has some time. He's going for it all. Going for Spencer Stump. Stump has it at the 30. Down to the 28-yard line. Great catch by Spencer Stump as he's covered by Scott Knight. And also number 15, Tony Sturgill. Name escaped me, but Great throw by Cooper. Great catch by Spencer Stumpf as he just split the two defenders right there. The fans wanted a little bit of offensive pass interference, so he pushed off on Scott Knight, but the official didn't see it that way. And that is both Cooper and Spencer Stumpf.
It looked like he caught it over his shoulder. I don't know how they're calling. Fumble, snap.
The center's quarterback exchange was fumbled a little bit, but it looks like Cooper did end up falling on it. Down as he's showing a lot of confidence in this young group of kids that he has out here as we wind inside 5 minutes to play. Cooper gives off to tailback, goes off the right side there. That's Adam Rutzel.
But got one out of there.
Clock continues to run.
Players in and out here.
David Maher checks into the ball game for City High. I formation again, split receivers left and right. Cooper back to pass. He's looking to go left. Intended for Stumpf, and it's going to be picked off by City High at the 15-yard line. Tyson Worth was the one that came up with that. Hit Stumpf in the hands and went up in the air. Tyson Worth was right there to pick it off. And that's the second time that a Prairie drive stalls inside the 20-yard line there. Last time it was Michael Sabers. I believe you might have.
And Andrew Taylor.
Yeah, Andrew Taylor's your tailback. Jesse Miller is your fullback. Brent Jen is your receiver. DP Iman up under center. Give it to Taylor in the backfield. He dances his way around and is not going to get a whole lot. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. He's tripped up there by Austin Fiala. Thank you very much. I actually looked up at the scoreboard.
Yeah,
the scoreboard said
wrong.
12. That's what I get for relying on the scoreboard, I guess. Hyman gives to Andrew Taylor. Taylor.
No, he doesn't.
No, he keeps himself on the boot to the right. So the play
Whoa,
action up the middle
nice
there.
play.
Great completion out there to the right side. As he got that one out to number 80, Alex Smith. So a nice play there by DP Iman. Fake.
And that's what Ivan gives him, is that running.
Give us to the fullback up there, and he barrels his way forward, possibly gets a yard, maybe two. So City High, playoff bound now after taking care of Prairie. Just a matter of where they're going to play next Wednesday. Pitch goes to Andrew Taylor. Taylor nowhere to go, and he's finally going to be wrapped up and brought down right about the 38-yard line. So he may have picked up one on that play. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 9. So both West and City play. They end up getting matched up by the State in the first round. They try and get as much of gate as possible. There's a lot of talk now with City High being the 5th team there in the area going that they're probably going to have to go to Muscatine to play. Givens to Taylor in the backfield. Still on his feet, dancing around, and gets down to about the 41-yard line, but a flag is thrown away there, and that's usually the vicinity of where holding is going to take place.
Illegal procedure.
Illegal procedure.
Okay.
And how does that play go off if it's illegal procedure? Nelson checks back in. DP Iman comes back in. He's the quarterback. He's also their punter. But that play clock is running too, and they're coming dangerously close, and they're not going to punt the football. They're actually going to run a play. Come out I formation, 2 receivers to the right side.
And they do get the playoff.
Hyman gives it off to Josh Nelson off the right side there. And they're going to end up turning the ball over on downs to Prairie, where they're going to have game. 31-9 is your score in favor of City High.
Coach Sabers probably thought too many things could go wrong on the punting, especially when you had that second team in.
You got the second team in there, and you're still playing against a lot of first-team people. And now it looks like the second team is in here for Prairie. They bring in number 16, Donald McPoland at quarterback. And there's going to be an offsides as everybody took off the line of scrimmage, but the quarterback never had the ball snapped to him. The center,
all the line except
the center just didn't snap the ball. Everybody took off, and the center was still down there and figured, well, I probably better get the quarterback the ball now. But a little too late. assuming West High wins tonight at Jefferson, which everybody's assuming. Got to say congratulations going out to the Regals of Regina. A great come from behind win, 24. It'll get put in different places, and depending on who scored how many points in the smaller divisions, things and that, a lot of things can happen. Prairie gives the ball off to number 31, J.J. Johnson. He comes off the left side. He's going to bang his way forward, possibly for a yard or so, and that's
I think he got
McPullen, and they give again to the tailback, J.J. Johnson. He spins around at the line of scrimmage. Not a whole lot happening there.
I think they're going to give him maybe 2.
Maher is on the stop for City High.
19, 18, 17.
That's going to be the final play of the game, thank goodness. Tell you what, when they throw these substitutes in there, it's great to see the subs get a chance to play. Don't get me wrong, but you know, I'm used to the starters in there, and I finally got the starters memorized, and they throw the subs in there, and it's hard to find out who they are. As the final seconds tick off the clock, and your final score of the ball game: Iowa City, City High 31, Cedar Rapids 9. City High goes on to complete the year with a 7-2 mark. Prairie ends up with a 3-6 mark, but watch out for the Cedar Rapids Prairie team next year, as they are going to be loaded for bears. They've got a lot of kids and a lot of skill positions coming back with a lot of experience underneath their belt. When we come back, we're going to have the Derek Newton Allstate Insurance Player of the Game and wrap up the action and speculate what could happen in the playoffs for City High.